Hello everyone, and welcome back to our series on mastering voyage planning. Today, we're diving into a crucial and increasingly important topic: environmental considerations. This is step 5, and it's all about navigating our beautiful planet responsibly. As mariners, we are custodians of the sea, and protecting it is a fundamental part of our job. Modern voyage planning isn't just about getting from A to B. It's about doing so with the least possible impact on the marine environment. So, let us explore the key environmental areas we need to be aware of and how to factor them into our routes. First up, let's talk about emission control areas, or ECAS. These are specific sea areas designated by the International Maritime Organization's Marine Environment Protection Committee, or MEPC, where stricter controls are in place to minimize airborne emissions from ships. Think of them as low-emission zones on the water. The main pollutants we're targeting here are sulfur oxides SOx, nitrogen oxides NOx, and particulate matter. These emissions can cause acid rain and have significant negative impacts on human health and ecosystems, especially in coastal areas. Currently, there are several major ECAS around the world. These include the Baltic Sea area, the North Sea area, the North American area, which covers most of the US and Canadian coastlines, and the US Caribbean Sea area. When you're planning a voyage that might pass through one of these zones, you have a critical decision to make. You must ensure your vessel is compliant. This typically means switching to a low-sulfur fuel, like marine gas oil MGO, or using an approved equivalent method, such as an exhaust gas cleaning system, commonly known as a scrubber. Your voyage plan must clearly document the entry and exit points of the ECA, along with the exact time and position of your fuel changeover procedure. This isn't something you can eyeball. Your logbooks must be meticulously maintained, showing the fuel switch was completed before entering the ECA. Non-compliance can lead to hefty fines, vessel detentions, and serious reputational damage for your company. So, the rule is simple. If you can't comply, you must plan your route to avoid the ECA entirely. This might mean a longer voyage and higher fuel consumption overall, so it's a trade-off that needs careful calculation. Always check the latest MEPC circulars and local regulations, as the boundaries and rules of these areas can be updated. Moving on from air pollution, let's focus on protecting the life within the water itself. This brings us to Marine Protected Areas, or MPAs. An MPA is a general term for any part of the ocean where a government has placed limits on human activity to protect natural or cultural resources. The level of protection can vary wildly. Some MPAs might have a complete ban on all shipping, fishing, and transit, making them no-go zones. Others might allow transit, but prohibit activities like anchoring, ballast water exchange, or discharge of any kind. Think of them as national parks of the sea. They are established to protect sensitive ecosystems like coral reefs, breeding grounds for marine mammals, or areas with unique biodiversity. When planning your route, you need to identify all MPAs along your potential track. Navigational charts, both paper and electronic ECDIS, will often mark these areas. Admiralty publications like Sailing Directions and the Mariner's Handbook also provide detailed information. Websites of national hydrographic offices or environmental agencies are also invaluable resources. For example, the waters around the Great Barrier Reef in Australia or the Galapagos Islands are heavily regulated. Your job as a planner is to treat these areas with the utmost respect. If an area is designated as to be avoided, then that's exactly what you do. You plot a course that keeps you well clear of its boundaries. If transit is permitted, you must be fully aware of all the associated restrictions. Are you allowed to discharge treated sewage? What about garbage? Is your anti-fouling paint compliant with the local rules? Ignorance is not an excuse. A violation in an MPA can result in severe penalties and cause irreversible damage to a fragile ecosystem. Always err on the side of caution and give these precious areas a wide berth. Finally, let's discuss another category of areas to avoid: which are often related to both environmental and safety concerns, particularly sensitive sea areas, ORPSSAs, and high-risk areas, or HRAs. A PSSA is an area that needs special protection through action by the IMO because of its significance for recognized ecological, socio-economic, or scientific reasons, and which may be vulnerable to damage by international maritime activities. A PSSA is more than just an MPA. It's a globally recognized sensitive area. Examples include the Wadden Sea, the Canary Islands, and parts of the Western European waters. Often, a PSSA will have associated protective measures, such as routing schemes or areas to be avoided, that are mandatory for all ships. These measures are designed to reduce the risk of accidents and pollution. Your ECDIS should be updated with the latest information to clearly display these zones. When planning, you must strictly adhere to any routing measures associated with a PSSA. This isn't a recommendation. It's a requirement under international law. Now, shifting gears slightly, high-risk areas, or HRAs, typically refer to regions where there is a heightened risk of piracy and armed robbery against ships. While this is primarily a security and safety concern, it has an environmental dimension too. An incident in an HRA could lead to a vessel losing control, resulting in a grounding or collision, which could then cause a major pollution event. The boundaries of these HRAs, like the one in the Indian Ocean for Somali piracy, are defined by the industry and military coalitions. When planning a route through an HRA, you must follow the Best Management Practices, or BMP, currently in its 5th edition. This includes registering your vessel's transit with relevant authorities like UK MTO, maintaining a vigilant watch, and implementing vessel hardening measures. While the direct goal is to protect the crew and vessel, the indirect benefit is preventing a potential environmental disaster. Your company will have a specific policy on transiting HRAs, which might include specific route instructions or the use of armed security teams. Your voyage plan must reflect all these security-related measures. So, to wrap up Step 5, environmental and safety considerations are woven into the very fabric of modern voyage planning. It's about being proactive, not reactive. You need to consult your charts, publications, and company circulars to identify all ECAS, MPAs, PSSAs, and HRAs. Your plan must demonstrate compliance with all regulations, whether it's switching to low-sulfur fuel, avoiding a sensitive coral reef, or following a traffic separation scheme. Remember, a successful voyage is not just a safe and efficient one, but also a clean one. We share the oceans with incredible biodiversity, and it's our professional and moral duty to protect it for future generations. Thank you so much for joining me for this important discussion. I hope this has given you a clear framework for incorporating environmental checks into your voyage planning process. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content on professional seamanship. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next video, where we'll continue our journey through the steps of voyage planning. Until next time, stay safe and sail green.